She's always right, even when she's wrong. Top 6 Zodiac Girlfriends. You ever argue with someone who's obviously wrong, like objectively, fact-checkably wrong, and still somehow you end up apologizing? She'll twist your words, cite emotional sources that don't exist, and stare at you like you're the one being irrational. Logic? Not required. Receipts? Irrelevant. You bring evidence. She brings pure delusion, and confidence so strong it actually starts making sense. And then there's the silence. The do-whatever-you-want tone that feels like a courtroom verdict. Or worse, the passive-aggressive calm that makes you wonder if you're crazy. She's always right, even when she's not, even when she knows she's not. And the worst part? She's so damn good at it, you'll let her win just so it ends. Let's count down the top 6 Zodiac girlfriends who are always right, even when they're completely, undeniably wrong. Number 6. She doesn't raise her voice. She doesn't need to. Her favorite way to win an argument is to not have one, and yet still make you feel like you lost. You'll say, "Hey, that actually hurt my feelings," and she'll smile softly, tilt her head, and say, "I just want peace." Suddenly, you're the aggressive one. She'll say she's trying not to argue, while expertly redirecting the blame with surgical precision. She doesn't yell. She guilt trips. She doesn't fight. She floats above the drama she created and somehow makes it your fault for misunderstanding her intentions. You're emotional. She's just keeping things balanced. You'll walk away from the argument unsure if it even happened, but feeling vaguely guilty and weirdly grateful for her emotional control. That kind of manipulative, weaponized grace, that's a Libra. Number 5. She doesn't argue, she performs. You'll start with a simple disagreement and end up in a 10-layer debate with side plots, metaphors, and 3 stories that kind of make sense, until they absolutely don't. She'll talk circles around you so fast you'll forget what you were even upset about. She changes angles mid-sentence. She'll use your own words against you in ways you didn't know were possible. You'll swear she's wrong, but she's already on a different point entirely and somehow still winning. It's like arguing with a human ping-pong table, fast, chaotic, and exhausting. By the time you think of a good comeback, she's 3 topics ahead and already blaming you for something you didn't even say. She doesn't just win the argument. She replaces it with a brand new one, where she's right and you're lucky she's still talking to you. That kind of verbal gymnastics? That's a Gemini. Number 4. She won't fight you with facts. She'll fight you with feelings. Yours, hers, your mother's. It doesn't matter. Logic is irrelevant. This is emotional warfare, and you didn't bring armor. You'll call her out on something obvious, and she'll go quiet. Not normal quiet. Nuclear silent. Then, when you ask what's wrong, she'll say, "Nothing. You're just acting different lately." Suddenly, you're explaining yourself in an argument she caused. She doesn't raise her voice. She lowers the temperature in the room. 1 sentence, 1 stare, 1 well-timed, "I just think it's funny how," and boom, you're spiraling. She makes you feel guilty for things she imagined, and you'll apologize, just to get the warmth back. You didn't lose the fight. You surrendered. And she didn't win it with facts. She won it with silence, precision, and psychic-level guilt. That kind of cold-blooded, emotionally loaded dominance, that's a Scorpio. Number 3. She doesn't scream, she instructs. Every argument with her feels like you're being audited. She'll break down your sentence structure, highlight contradictions, cite a conversation from 3 weeks ago, and somehow cross-reference it with your tone of voice. You think you're just having a normal disagreement, but she's already opening a metaphorical spreadsheet. And when you try to defend yourself, she hits you with, "I'm not being critical, I'm just being honest." But somehow that honesty always feels like a scalpel. She doesn't even have to win. She just wants you to know you were wrong, thoroughly, completely, in every category. And even when she is wrong, she'll bury it under so much logic, you'll start thinking maybe she was right all along. That kind of bulletproof, overly analytical confidence? That's a Virgo. Number 2, you'll know she's wrong. She'll know she's wrong. God will know she's wrong. But is she going to admit it? Absolutely not. She'll double down, triple down, shift the topic, reframe your tone and say, "It's not about being right. It's about how you said it. You'll show her screenshots. She'll say, but the energy was off. You'll bring facts, she'll bring volume, passion, stage presence, and that look, that don't you dare challenge me glare that makes you consider just letting it go. Even if she admits she messed up, it's always followed by, but if you hadn't, or I only did that because somehow you end up guilty just for reacting. She doesn't lose arguments. She buries them in performance and pride. That kind of bold, dramatic, pride-protecting denial, that's a Leo. Number 1. She argues like it's a contact sport, loud, fast, no timeouts. You'll blink and she's already 3 insults deep, 5 assumptions in, and 1 apology demand away from emotional domination. She doesn't pause to think. She charges. You bring up one thing and she'll explode into 20. Suddenly you're defending things that aren't even related. And when she realizes she's wrong, she doesn't back down. She goes harder. Because backing down isn't in her vocabulary. She'll cut you off, twist the timeline, talk over you, and then say, "You're not listening." She'll win through sheer intensity, not accuracy. And if you try to disengage, oh, now you're walking away because you have nothing to say? You can't out-argue her. You can only survive it. That kind of wild, relentless battle mode logic, that's an Aries. Thank you for watching the video and let us know your thoughts in comments box below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to get all the updates.